Anime. We all love it, right? Loki, some of the greatest fiction ever made. It gave us some of the craziest fight in history. Naruto vs Sasuke, Rock Lee vs Sasuke, Yuji vs Mahito, Goku vs Vegeta. Like bro, don't get me even started. But today we're not talking about fades. Today we're gonna talk about how I would survive in these anime worlds. And let's be real, some of these worlds would be straight up hell on earth. Some of these universes would actually make me cry, bro. So in this video, I'm gonna rate how well I would survive in different anime worlds. The rules are simple. If I was born in this world, I have an average knowledge and average abilities. I basically have the same mentality I have right now. And I'll rate out of 10 how likely I would be good at it. Number 1, Pokemon. I think because the way that Pokemon are so loved in the world, I think it's pretty normal for me to become a trainer in this world. I think I would become a slightly above average trainer. Why? Because I'm a dumbass, bro. I'm not really good at strategy games. But I do know the way the world is, I would train really hard. I would probably be that one guy you were talking about and say that, yeah, I know him, but he's mid. Number 2, Haikyuu. Now this universe might be good for me. I played volleyball for 1 year and I was pretty solid at it. So if you're telling me I have a few other years to practice and become better, I think I would be even better. My blocking would be pretty decent. Action time in sport is actually really good. But there's a huge problem. I am standing at a respectable 5'9". 5'9" is not super short, but in volleyball, you're basically a midget. Everybody is 6 foot and above. I'm not gonna be a genetic freak like Hinata. I would be good, a very solid player in the team, but a star? Hell no. I think I would specialize in defense, so I think in this world I would be above average. I'll give myself an 8 out of 10. Honestly, this might be the best anime world for me. 3, Blue Lock. Yeah, I'm cook. In Haikyuu, the competition is tough, but Blue Lock? Bro, this is basically a prison for the best soccer players in Japan. You basically start with 1% talents. What am I gonna do against a Ronaldinho, an Mbappe, and a Ronaldo? I will get washed instantly. My skill level would be worse than Isagi, bro. I think my only good point would probably be stamina. But that's it. I'm trash at finishing. I'm trash at passing. I'm decent at defending. I would probably be eliminated in the second round. And listen, I'm not saying I would be the worst player. It's just I'm competing with a bunch of monsters, bro. In terms of survival, I would be good. 10 out of 10. But in terms of the plot, I would be a 4 out of 10. Number 4, Death Note. Now, Death Note is a scary world for criminals. And I ain't no criminal, so I would survive. Okay, let me make it more interesting. Let's just say if I'm in the detective party with L, I think I would figure out that Light is Kira around when L dies. And I think everybody should notice that Light is Kira at this point. Why are you telling me that the second that Light is proven innocent, L dies? I would be giving Light one of the dirtiest side eyes ever. So do I think I would survive easily? Yeah, to be honest, yeah. 7 out of 10. Number 5, My Hero Academia. 80% of the population has powers, so I would most likely have powers in this world. I'm pretty sure I would become a hero. The best one? Hell no. I think I would be a worse version of Kirishima. Good, decent at fighting, not the strongest, just forgettable all around. I wouldn't even be close to the number 1 hero. I would probably be either a sidekick to a good hero, or just a freaking, I don't know, bro, like Green Lantern. I don't know, nigga. I'm not as smart as Izuku, and I will probably be decent and a background character. So basically, I think my role in this world would be saving people, and that's about it. I'll give myself a 6 out of 10. 6, JJK. Yeah, I'm doing nothing in this world. I'm probably dying in the Shibuya incident arc. Best case scenario, I'll probably be someone like Nanami in my prime, or be even worse than that. I think I'll just be an average sorcerer, a jack of all trades. But let's be real, I'm not getting a domain expansion. Having a domain expansion is showing that you're a very special sorcerer. Most of the time when I see a curse, I'm probably running away. I'm only fighting fights I know I can win. And to be honest, I think I would be a real hater in this world. Why? Because everybody glazed Gojo. Like, bro, get his dick out of your mouth, bro. I can deadass develop one of the best technique, but it doesn't matter because can it beat Gojo? No. What do you mean it can beat everybody except Gojo? My survival rate would be 4 out of 10. 7, Demon Slayer. I would hate this world. Not only this world is boring as hell, but you can sleep and then wake up to your family being eaten. I do not want to get eaten, bro. And being a demon slayer would be even worse, bro. I am not trying to live that type of life, bro. Tanjiro is a 1% talent. Most of the time when you're a demon slayer, you die. Nobody is living past the first exam, bro. But let's just say I survived it all. I'm not getting past the final arc. People get annoyed at Zenitsu, but let's be honest, everybody is reacting like Zenitsu, bro. And that man is talented. So imagine if you see a roleplayer like me, I'm dead. So yeah, 3 out of 10. Attack on Titan. Basically the same thing as Demon Slayer, but on steroids. I think I would be able to handle a normal Titan, but a normal Titan, yeah, pack it up, bro. These Titans are moving like World War Z zombies, bro. They've been doing backflips and shit, and sprinting. Like, I'm not trying to fight that. Shifting Titans. Do I even need to explain myself? A zombie with a conscience. I'm not trying to fight that, bro. Yeah, I think I would die in my first mission. 2 out of 10. Dragon Ball. Now, you would think that Dragon Ball is a pretty safe world. Wrong. There are dogs, monsters, aliens, demons, and from time to time you're gonna get packed up by a bunch of androids, a bug monster, or a space alien. Now let's just say I'm not average and I'm lucky enough to be born as a Saiyan. If I was born as a Saiyan, I think I would be an average Saiyan. I think my full potential would probably be around Super Saiyan 3. Not the strongest, but useful. Like a role player. So overall in Dragon Ball, I think I would get packed up, but it really depends on what era I would be born, so I will give it a 5 out of 10. Number 10, Berserk. Yeah, nobody is surviving Berserk. The Berserk world is hell on earth. People think that Guts has the worst life, but honestly, at least that nigga can fight. At least that nigga is 6'8". At least he's super strong. You're not gonna be strong, you're gonna be an average guy. Disease, war, crazy humans, demons, and I would cry if I was born as a woman in the Berserk world. If you read Berserk, you know what I'm talking about, gang. Do you think Jeffrey Epstein is the big villain in this world? Well, that's basically a weekend in the Berserk world. The Berserk world is brutal, nobody is safe, most people are victims, and the people on the top are basically weirdos. So if anybody tells you that he can survive in the Berserk world, there are liars, bro. You're not surviving the Berserk world. There's no chances. Not even a speck of chance. This might be one of the worst worlds in fiction, period. You're not surviving the Berserk world. 0 out of 10. Anyways, that makes my ranking. If you could live in an anime world, which one would you pick? And which world would you absolutely never enter? Let me know, and thank you for watching.